Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable audiences, the honorable judges, and all of the participants of National School Debating Championship 2024. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is truly an honor for us to be able to stand here to compete in goodness, exchange opinions in these great debate competitions. Before I start my speech, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Andika Ashkar Abdullah, the first speaker from the government team. And I stand in this forum to express my agreement regarding with these motions that this house would ban zoo. Ladies and gentlemen, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Today, I as the first speaker from the government team stand with these motions that this house would ban zoo. The definition of the zoo is a place where several species of animals are kept in artificial environment that is made as similar as possible to their habitat and displayed to the public. Apart from being a recreation area, the functions of the zoo is a place of education, research, and conservation for endangered animals, namely by functioning as an ex situ conservation institutions or for breeding rare animals outside their habitat, and is the last passion of saving animals that are almost extinct or already extinct in the wild. Zoos are also sometimes used as a place for safe animals that are threatened with extinctions due to destructions in their habitat. Maintain genetic purity for the species so that it does not mix with the genetics of other species, and also as a place to care for rare state-owned animals. Ladies and gentlemen, however, sometimes zoos become hell on the earth for some animals because they also have to live in cramped quarters, which are of course not the same as where they live in the wild. Some zoos in Indonesia have very cramped enclosures. For example, Semarang Zoo, which I visited last month. When I visited the lion cage and tiger cage, I was really concerned because I saw the condition of the lion and tigers, which were placed in cage that were only about 3 meters in size, and in one cage could contain more than 3 animals, where of course this will cause animal stress because they cannot find a place to hunt like in the wild. They will depend on their keepers to feed them, and also exploitations or being shown to the public will make animals even more stressed because psychological pressures. Ladies and gentlemen, the first reason why I agree with these motions is animals will feel uncomfortable because they feel that it's not their natures. Animal will also feel trapped in an unnatural environment. For example, when polar bears or penguins are exhibited at the zoos in Indonesia, the temperatures or climates is clearly very different from their habitat at the pole, where the temperature can be -0°C. Almost all zoo enclosures have fences, glass, or barriers visible to visitors, which are essentially artificial and natural-looking landscapes, can sometimes be made from astroturf, concrete, or plastics. As a result, if animals such as polar animals are forced in Indonesia, watch what will happen. Surely, they feel hot, uncomfortable, and also stressed. And it could even cause death. The original purpose of the animals kept in the Indonesia Zoo was preserve them. In fact, it could possibly kill the population if all of the polar animals does not live in its natural climate. The second is lack of responsibility from zoo administrators, like what happened at Medan Zoo. The Sumatran tiger, whose their population is now only about 3,000 in the wild, had to die at Medan Zoo because the zoo management was not taking care of the tigers, within a period of 3 months, 5 Sumatran tigers were threatened with extinctions in the wild. They had to die in Medan Zoo. This incident also happened at Surabaya Zoo, where this case also happened in tigers in 2013. A tiger at Surabaya Zoo had to suffer from starvation due to lack of food. Visitors who visit the Surabaya Zoo, so the management lacks financial income to feed the tigers and other animals. If this continues to the other zoo, what happened for the animals who is in extinctions in the wild and should be preserved through conservation will further deplete their populations and also could even more become extinct in the wild and in the earth. The third is possibly of the zoo's facilities. Indonesia has approximately 30 zoos spread from the Sumatra to the Papua, but 90% of the zoos have facilities that does not support the development of endangered animals or for educational purposes. For example, the Semarang Zoo that is not maintained at all, and sometimes animals sometimes come out of its cages and wandering around the zoo area, which of course will endanger visitors, especially the children who previously wanted to visit the zoo for recreations or to get to know about the animals who live in Indonesia, but will actually endanger themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. I'm so sorry if I cannot bringing more argument. I think that's all for today. That is all I can say. I hope all of you to fully support in our side and stand with us to agree with this motion that this house will ban zoo. Thank you for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.